Good morning, everyone. How's everybody today? Good? No good? Okay, great. Alex respond. Good. Okay, great. Henry, good morning. Okay, welcome to today's webinar. We see still people are streaming in. Let me start off with a poll. Right? On is this your first time here? Do reply to the poll. And let's see if any newcomers here. Well, welcome back those repeated comers coming like Junwei, Henry. I've seen Ty keep coming back. That's great. Welcome Gopal, Sunil, Alex, Rizal. Nice to see you guys. Okay. Yep. Oh, good. I'm seeing here. Okay, for those newcomers here, let me tell you more about what we do. We have a daily webinar here where Jin will be walking through his thoughts and ideas for a very specific currency each day. Monday, we'll talk about the Aussie and New Zealand. Tuesday, the Euro. Wednesday, Pound. Thursday, Yen and Gold. Friday, the Canadian dollar. So, so great. I've seen a lot of not the first time comers, but we have one or two. That is good. So today it's a Thursday, and Jin will definitely be talking about yen and gold. This webinar is going to be very beneficial to long-term investors and short-term traders like us. During these sessions, Jin will go through what could move prices, possible trade ideas, highlight potential targets and risk. Of course, as a disclaimer, any information shared during this session is not intended for a trade recommendation, but is solely the opinion and the views of the speaker. So please remember to do your own analysis prior to entering any trades at all. Okay, for those who are new here, my name is Daniel, and I've known Jin for more than 5 years, first as a student and now as a business partner. Jin runs LCMS Traders, where this club is all about, where training and courses are conducted, and Forex Briefcase, which is our managed account services, where Jin trades an AUM of more than $8 million USD on a daily basis. Jin has been invited to speak on many stages globally, and in fact, one of the reasons why you might be here today is because you may have seen him on the stage globally. And excuse me. And recently, he has also been invited to Money FM, a Singapore finance radio talk show, to give his views on what is happening on the Forex market. So while we are going to get started, just let me launch a poll and let me know, where have you come from? Right? I mean, how do you get to know, basically, how do you get to know this webinar I'm launching here? So do let us know. Okay. Okay. Great. I have seen people sharing with friends. Exactly. So friends and families are very important for those who trade Forex. You do know any friends, family members who trade Forex. Do share with your friends, because it's very, as you can see, that this is very beneficial. Morning currency is very beneficial to those who are trading the Forex market. Okay, great. I've seen Facebook Live, Telegram channel, Traders Club members. Okay, everybody, welcome back to the currency call. So without further ado, let me pass it now to Jin. Jin, all yours.
Thanks, Daniel. Let me just mute you. All right, so let's get started. Let me just check the poll again. Right, most of you are Traders Club members. We almost chat a bit too much right now. Traders Club members, give me a big thumbs up if you enjoyed the session last night where we went through the Bank of England rate decision that's coming up in a couple of hours now, and also look out for the non-farm payroll videos coming out in the club. Good stuff. I've only got 2% responding on the chat. Come on, you can do better than that. Everyone, put in if you liked it or not. If you don't like it, we will try to improve. All right, good. More stuff. Awesome. All right. So today we're talking about the yen, so the US yen, the pound yen, the euro yen, and then also look at the gold as well. So yes, Andrew, it is the prelude to the Bank of England, the video that we did last night, or the Zoom call that we did last night. If you haven't watched it already, make sure you log in and go check it out. I will show it to you right now where to find that video. So LCMS Traders Club, for those of you who are already members, scroll down slightly and you will see it here. We've uploaded it straight away so they can watch and rewatch it again. For those of you who are not members already, just make sure you jump onto Facebook, search for LCMS Traders Club and click join. It is $49 a month to join or $199 a year. Massively informational, beneficial to your trading. Why I say that is because, for example, I'll just fast forward this. You're identifying trades or where to get into trades, trade ideas, stop losses, take profit levels before the news, how to prepare before the news, what to do during the news, identifying different trade ideas and currency pairs to watch, not just during the Bank of England, but also during the non-farm payrolls and all the different news, major news items that's coming up as well. Okay, a lot of you have came from the Telegram channel. You get your signals from the Telegram channel, but we send it out first in the LCMS Traders Club. I've said this all the time now. Signals are important, but signals are also very time sensitive, right? So you want to make sure you get your Telegram, your signals faster in the LCMS Traders Club before the Telegram channel. And we also tell you the reasons behind why we're entering the trades, the step-by-step reasons behind why we're entering the trades, and also whether to get out at take profit level 1 or 2, and the news that's coming out that could be impacting those take profit levels. Okay, so again, if you're not already part of the LCMS Traders Club, make sure you find us on Facebook, LCMS Traders Club, and click join. We have trading competitions. We have weekly calls on Mondays and Wednesdays. This is a private club. Make sure you join. With that said, let's look at the news. The news today, 2 p.m., we have the Bank of England rate decision policy report voting. It's all there. We spoke about it to death a bit yesterday and a lot last night. So I'm not going to go through that again. But for the US yen, Euro yen, pound yen, and gold, looking at the news today, not much going to impact those currency pairs, apart maybe from the pound yen. We still see some US dollar weakness coming through over the next couple of days, predominantly because of how the US has been reacting to the virus cases and also what has been happening with their economic data coming out being a little bit weaker. Well, they're in a massive GDP recession right now, and also some numbers being a little bit weaker. But you also want to pay attention to the non-farm payroll numbers coming out tomorrow evening at 8:30. We will talk a little bit more about the non-farm payrolls coming out tomorrow at the currency call 11 o'clock. But everything you trade right now should have that non-farm payroll data in mind. Okay, not the data in mind, but the idea that that's coming up in mind. So be a little bit more careful with your trades. I do anticipate that we might see price movements slow down a little bit more because we have some big news, well, relatively big news coming out. Market is probably going to sit in consolidation for a while, waiting for that number to come out before a potential big move upwards or downwards in the various currency pairs. Since we are close to the end of the week, I also want to look into what's happening next week. You can see that on Monday next week, nothing much happening there. On Tuesday, also, we have some employment numbers coming from the UK, but no major heavy impact news. On Wednesday, it's going to be important. Wednesday, we're going to have the cash rates, the statements, the policy statements, and the rate statements at a press conference. Okay, so Wednesday, we will be quite heavy on New Zealand. We'll do the prep for that on Monday morning. Monday, as the guys have put in there, it's about Aussie and Kiwi. So Monday, we'll prepare you for the news coming out on Wednesday, what to jump into, which levels to look out for. GDP numbers coming out for the UK, going to be quite a bad number, I anticipate. Inflation numbers coming out from the US on Wednesday as well. And then Aussie employment numbers, and next week by Friday we'll see US retail sales numbers. So I do think that we might see a little bit of a quiet day today, and then heavy impact on Friday, quiet down Monday, Tuesday, and then heavy impact again on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday next week. So it's going to be quite a interesting trading opportunity period, where you will see very good opportunities to trade, which you can get into with relatively low risk, keeping your stocks quite tight if you are following the trend. If you want to try and do counter trend, I do think that it's not going to be a great counter trend period right now. So we might see some trending situations being encouraged over this period of time. Okay, so feel free to ask questions if you have any questions in the Zoom chat. If you're joining us on Facebook Live, I think the guys will be monitoring that as well. But jump onto the Zoom call as well if you've got any questions to ask. That would be great. So in terms of news, we know what's in the horizon. Let's look at the charts. All right, so US yen. I haven't done the daily charts for a long time, so I'm going to jump back into the daily charts. US yen, when we were looking at it last, I said that it was at this. Let me zoom in a little bit. I said it was at this point possibly going to test the 105.41 level before retracing back down. It didn't do that. It broke above 105, but it looks like it's coming back towards the 105.40 level. At this level again, it is quite a major support / potentially resistance level if it breaks lower, or right now a support level. So we're going to see some good movement at this point. And the major trigger is not going to be today, it's probably going to be tomorrow's non-farm numbers, where we could see, if it does break, we could see that, let me move that downward move for the US yen, possibly downward move, or if it bounces off this support, that upward move from this 105.40 level. Okay, so that's on the daily time frame. We see that it's been moving across, and then that recent downward move pressure for the weaker US dollar has been pushing the US yen a bit lower. I would be a bit careful. I think the limit, it feels like the limit for US yen is that 105 flat or 104.80 number. Don't anticipate too much downside on that US yen, because the Japanese yen also doesn't want to sustain a strong yen for too long. Okay, so with that in mind, looking at it on the H4 time frame, I anticipate that, we were talking about this with the Traders Club members yesterday, that this is a major decision level. Potentially, I do think that this might hold. We could see a upward move of 40 pip stop loss for a possible 70 pip, 80 pip take profit. So you're looking at a 1-to-2, almost 1-to-2 risk reward ratio. It does need to bounce off this support level, maybe look at 105.60, 105, even 105.65, for a 30-40 pip stop loss and a 60-70 pip take profit. That would be a rather good trade to jump into, but you probably need a little bit of patience to wait for that to happen. Okay, any questions so far? Alrighty. Okay. Oh, that was weird. Okay. So looking at the euro yen right now, euro yen on the daily time frame, I would consider it's hit the 125.72 level. It's hit that level. It's bounced back down a little bit. It's at 125.28. It's at 125.28 right now on the Euro Yen. I look at it as that top. That seems to be a top. Okay, if it does break above, can you look to buy any higher? I do think that we could see the next level up will be maybe 127.22, you know, or yeah, 127.22. But I would be a bit more careful to buy any higher. I do think that we could see some downward move, potentially some downward move from this point, maybe not that much, some downward move from this point before a somewhat resumption to retest that level again. Okay, so looking at it on H4 time frame, this is how I think it will look like. You know, it's sitting across right now. Possible downward move before that retracement to hit the 125.72 level, and then maybe again higher. So let it come back down. Let it come back down. I wouldn't be looking for any trades on the Euro Yen at this point. You can see that across what has been happening for the past 1, 2, 3, 4, almost 5 weeks now. It's not been a great trading situation in the medium term, short to medium term. You want to be looking at it in a slightly longer term, like for example, in terms of the chart patterns, where we saw that formation set up. It took almost 2 weeks to set up to get into that trade, but you know, that one of a 40 pip stop brought in almost 120 pips take profit. Okay, so for Euro Yen, I would anticipate it's a bit more like a longer term trading situation. Let the patterns set up before you jump into any trades. Alrighty. And then pound yen. Pound yen, I tell you, it used to be one of my favorite trading pairs, but for the last week, it's been sitting across. It's been sitting in this 100 pip range, but it's very untradeable at this 100 pip range between 139 to 137. At this point, I do feel that pound yen, don't trade pound yen for today, because we have the news coming out at 2 o'clock. You know, if it's going to be a good news for the pound, we could see pound yen move, you know, quite a lot higher, but that resistance level of 140 is about 180 pips away, but your stop loss could be about 100 pips away as well. So you're looking at a 100 pip stop for a 180 pip take. It could be done, but it's not going to be a great trade to jump into. If you're looking at downside on the pound yen, then you know your stop loss at 70 something, your next support level is at about 80. So again, risk reward ratios is positive, but a trade that you need to really manage and fiddle with a bit too much. So I would rather be more patient with pound yen, sit there, wait for it to break possibly the 137.67 level, and then have a good downward trade, or let it break higher. Maybe approach this level at 140 for a possible downward move again. Okay, so be a bit more patient with pound yen, let it react to the support or the resistance levels, and then jump into the trades from there. Make sense so far? I hope it does. And then lastly, look at gold. Look at gold. This has been one of those instruments that, you know, we've been talking about over and over again. I was looking at it since 1730, saying that it's going to go higher, it's going to go higher, it's going to go higher. Every time our lines have been pointing upwards, and it is now there, right? It's climbed steadily to that 2000 target, which we've been talking about since probably April, right? And it's hit that 2000 target. Right now, as we spoke about it in the Traders Club yesterday, not going to be a great trading opportunity on gold. You can still make money on gold. You can still make money buying gold, but I think it's rather toppish, right? 2050 seems to be that topish number where we could see some volume of sellers coming into this instrument and try and push prices down a little bit, which is also why the last time I spoke about it, I said it was going to test lower. It did test lower and then move up to this 2000 level. It did that and possibly come back down. So I'm going to revise these lines a little bit. I say that, you know, at that point, it's possibly going to come back down and test this support level. Okay, test that support level and possibly bounce back up again. Be a bit patient. Everyone's talking about gold. Everyone's saying, you know, look at gold at 2000. And when everyone gets greedy with how gold is moving, it's most likely the case that you will see it come back down again, right? When everyone gets greedy, that's when prices get toppish and start coming back down, or people get opportunistic and start selling gold as well. So I do think that there's going to be some retracement of the 2043 level, possibly back down to almost 2000 level before maybe a resumption back up again. Okay, so a lot of information today, mostly about, well, all about the reserve currencies and reserve commodity. I hope you're not jumping into too many trades at this time, because it's almost like a lot of prices are at a very high or very low point. Manage your trades a little bit more, maybe even downsize it a little bit. Um, don't lose money. Try not to lose money. Realize your profits as quickly as you can. I hope you're trading safe. You're trading well. Take it, on that note, you want to take it back, Daniel?
Yes, thank you very much, Jin. That was a very good analysis on all the yen pairs and gold as well. So do be cautious with gold if you are trading. To take note of what Jin has mentioned and trade safe. Okay, I'm going to launch a poll. Poll on how do you find on today's session. Do give us. I hope everybody, you know, give us your feedback. That's great. So, and let us know what your thoughts of this session as well. So, by the way, for those who are new here, a recording of this video will be uploaded. So, thank you for joining these sessions today. Tomorrow is a Friday. So, tomorrow we'll be talking about the Canadian dollar. Okay, so we're looking forward to see you tomorrow. See you. Bye.